There are 5 apps you can put on your phone tonight that give you the exact same charts Navionics sells you, and 4 of them cost nothing. Navionics wants $49.99 a year for the United States and Canada. One of the apps on this list costs $4.99 one time, and it pulls its data from the same government server Navionics does. That is not a knockoff. That is the identical source file. And there is one outfit on this list that decided to sell you charts instead of renting them to you. One payment, and it never asks again. Keep that in the back of your mind, because when I tell you why they can afford to do that, it changes how you look at every renewal notice on your phone. By the end of this video, you will know exactly where the map on your plotter actually comes from, which apps deliver that same map for free or near free, the one thing you are genuinely paying Navionics for, and the number that proves your expensive charts are just as wrong as the free ones. Stay for that last one. It is the number that made me stop trusting my own screen. But first, look at the helm in front of you for a second. Because the chart subscription is the small con. The big one is bolted to your dash. Everything I show you about chart data, this industry runs on your whole electronics package. The transducer that was wrong for your hull. The plotter you replaced when a $40 cable was the fault. $300 in subscriptions for data the government already gave away. That is the money the bilge files exists to stop. 6 guides, leading with the Marine Electronics Survival Guide, covering what talks to what, which transducers crossfit which units, and where the upsell starts. Then the pre-purchase inspection checklist, the $50 fix Bible, the outboard blacklist and buy list, the dealer decoded playbook, and the hull and build quality rankings. $47 one time against $300 in subscriptions you never needed. That is the whole decision. Nobody pays this channel to point at a brand. No sponsors, no dealer deals, no affiliate links. That is why this vault can name names. hullhonest.com. Link below. Now, back to your screen, and who actually drew the map on it. Here is how it gets you, and it does not happen at the dock. It happens in a rack at the chandlery or in an email you skim on a Tuesday. A wall of chart cards and blister packs, each one priced like safety equipment. A renewal notice you either accept or spend 20 minutes trying to cancel. And underneath all of it, a quiet assumption you have never once questioned. That someone made this map, that making it was expensive, and that the price reflects the work. That assumption is the product. That assumption is the trick. Number 1 on the ownership map. Garmin announced its acquisition of Navionics on October 27th, 2017. So the chart brand and the plotter brand are now the same company. Low rents. Simrad and B&G run CMap instead. The cards are not cross-compatible, which means the chart you are allowed to buy was decided the day you chose a plotter, not the day you compared maps. You did not pick a cartographer, you picked a socket. Now watch what happens to a price when the owner changes. Boaters on multiple forums have posted dated receipts from before the acquisition. Invoices at $14.99. One angler paid $21.95 once and used it for years. Another remembers the app launching around $10 in the pre-Garmin era. Then the region went to $24.99. Then Navionics posted its own notice announcing that the new prices take effect on October 25th, 2023. That was the jump to $49.99, a 100% increase in one move on a map that did not change. And it renews itself. Trustpilot reviews and yachting forum threads document surprise charges, double billing, and cancellation friction. One boater tallied £200 in unnecessary payments to Garmin from an auto-renewal he never noticed. The people running this are not anglers arguing about contour intervals. They are a spreadsheet with a renewal date. That brings us to the receipts, and this is the part you can go verify yourself in about 4 minutes. Number 2. The charts on your plotter in United States waters are made by the federal government. NOAA's Office of Coast Survey produces the Electronic Navigational Charts, the ENCs, covering 95,000 miles of American coastline and 3.4 million square nautical miles inside our exclusive economic zone. They are updated on weekday evenings, Monday through Friday, and they are free. NOAA states outright that charts downloaded from Coast Survey websites carry no charge. Here is why they have to be. Title 17 of the United States Code, Section 105, says copyright protection is not available for any work of the United States government, not licensed cheaply, not available. A chart produced by a federal agency is public domain the moment it exists, and nobody can put a fence around it, including the company selling it to you. This is not a loophole somebody found. NOAA built its whole system around it. A Federal Register notice on November 15, 2019 kicked off a 5-year plan to retire the raster and paper charts, and the final paper nautical chart was archived on December 5, 2024. 1,007 traditional charts discontinued. The Vector ENC is now the only official NOAA chart there is. Every app, paid or free, drinks from one well. Ben Ellison, who has spent decades testing marine electronics at Pambo, makes this point flatly. In United States waters, almost all charts are built on the same official data. The soundings, the aids to navigation, the shorelines, the shore features, all of it from one source. What differs between products is display styling, update timing, and added features, not the map. Now, I know exactly what some of you are thinking, and I want to say it out loud before you type it. Same source data does not have to mean the same product. Software can be buggy. A free app can crash in a squall, or fail to hold charts when you lose cell service, or go 3 years without an update while the paid one gets patched. And you would be completely right to worry about that. It is the correct objection. So let us test it against what is documented. The free apps that pull straight from NOAA are not working from a stale copy. They sync from the same server NOAA updates every weekday evening. Reviewers of SEAiq, which downloads NOAA Vector and Army Corps charts automatically, report it has never crashed on them, and contrast that directly with Navionics. Meanwhile, Aqua Map, a paid product, rebuilds its NOAA charts roughly quarterly. On a cell that just changed, the free app is fresher than the paid one. But I will hold up my end of that objection honestly. OpenCPN's Android port does draw crash reports on some tablets, and it has reduced raster support. The desktop build is the solid one. If your plan is OpenCPN on a phone, understand you are on the rough edge of that project. That brings us to the part you actually came for, which is how to read past the badge. Start with the decoy, because there is one number these companies print big and it does less than you think. It is the high-density contour layer. Navionics calls it SonarChart. The pitch is 1-foot contours where the official chart gives you a scatter of soundings, and on the screen it looks like a bathymetric scan of the bottom. It is not survey data. It is user sonar logs, crowdsourced and interpolated. Panbo and multiple cruising bloggers have pulled the layer apart. One blogger was horrified to find a dense field of contour lines generated from what amounted to a single 6.6-foot sounding. Those lines look like knowledge. Some of them are a computer guessing between 2 points, drawing with the same confident stroke either way. So here are the 3 things that actually matter when you pick an app. 1. Where does it pull its ENC from, and how often does it resync? 2. Will it hold every chart you need fully offline, because your cell signal dies about 4 miles out and your navigation cannot die with it? 3. Will it accept NMEA and AIS input over Wi-Fi, because a chart with no boat data on it is a picture, not an instrument. I have a tablet on my bench right now with a corner cracked from a wave over the bow, and it still runs charts perfectly. It is also the exact reason I will not run one screen and call it a nav system. I tear into this industry exactly like this every week, and the list of things they hope you never look up does not get any shorter. Subscribe and you are in on it. Now let us sort the actual products into 3 buckets, with current prices. Bucket 1. Overpriced for what is inside. The Navionics boating app at $49.99 a year for United States and Canada. The Garmin Navionics Plus Plotter subscription at $199.99. Retail chart cards running roughly $150 to $250. And Onyx Fish at $34.99 a year if you are buying it for saltwater, because that is a lake fishing product built on state agency bathymetry, and it is simply the wrong tool for the coast. Bucket 2. Honest value. Savvy Navvy at $99 a year, licensing UK Hydrographic Office and NOAA data with genuinely better weather and tide routing than Navionics. If you cross borders, one subscription beats stacking regions, boating for inland lakes, and iNavX, powerful and multi-source, and also the most expensive app most reviewers have tested. Bucket 3. Genuinely worth it. OpenCPN, free, GPL version 2, reads S57 ENCs directly, handles AIS, NMEA in, autopilot out, anchor alarm, chart quilting. SEAiq USA, about $4.99 for the full feature set. Aqua Map, and I will come back to that one. And NOAA's own free tools, the ENC Online Viewer and NOAA Custom Chart, version 2, released February 14th, 2023, which will generate and print a current custom paper chart for nothing. Here is where the curve flattens. Above about $5, you stop buying capability and start buying convenience. Everything past that is interface polish, routing automation, satellite overlays. Useful, not the map. Drop a comment and tell me what plotter is on your dash and what you paid for its last chart card. I want to see the spread on that. Now, the one that refuses to play the game. It is Aqua Map. Aqua Map sells United States and Canada charts two ways: $14.99 a year or $49.99 forever. Look at that second number again. It is the exact amount Navionics charges you every single year, charged once, for good. And they can price it that way for the reason we already established. The base data did not cost them anything either. What they built on top is the part that actually earns money. Aqua Map integrates over 90,000 Army Corps of Engineers surveys, updated weekly. If you run the Intracoastal or any shoaling inlet, that is the single most valuable layer in marine navigation, and Navionics does not have it. They also carry the Coast Guard Light List, 54,000 aids to navigation, updated daily. Charts work across 5 devices. Aqua Map is not a saint, and I will be straight with you because the sharp guys in the comments always are. The instrument connectivity and the Army Corps data sit behind a separate master subscription at $24.99 a year. So the $49.99 forever buys the chart, not the whole product. And they rebuild from NOAA about quarterly. So on a freshly changed cell, the free direct sync apps are ahead of them. And now, the number I promised you in the first minute. Before anyone quotes the title back at me, let me correct my own framing. $300 is not 1 year of Navionics. One region on the app is $50 a year. You reach $300 by stacking a plotter card, an app subscription, and a couple of renewals, or by buying one Garmin plotter subscription and one card. The doubling in 2023 is documented and dated. The $300 is a stack, and I am not going to pretend otherwise. But here is the number that matters more than any price on this list. According to NOAA's own Office of Coast survey, about half of the depth information on American charts comes from hydrographic surveys conducted before 1940. Lead lines, single beam sounders, sampling a tiny fraction of the actual bottom. Pambo has noted that in some coastal areas, features may only be accurate in position to within 1,600 feet. And people repeat a myth about this constantly, so let me kill it. The paid charts are not more accurate. The UK Hydrographic Office states plainly that the same data feeds the paper chart and the electronic chart, so neither one is more accurate than the other. When a boat found a wreck sitting on the magenta line in Okeechobee, a commenter confirmed CMAP and the NOAA charts on the iPad were both wrong. The Navy lost the US Guardian on Tubaraha Reef in 2013, and the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency attributed it to inaccurate navigation data. Your $49 does not buy you a better survey. There is no better survey. It buys you a nicer window onto the same century-old soundings everybody else is looking at. So here is the protocol. Pick your build first. If you have a laptop at the nav station, install OpenCPN and use its built-in chart downloader to pull NOAA cells automatically. Total cost, $0. If you want charts on a tablet in saltwater, install SEAiq USA. It downloads NOAA vector charts and Army Corps surveys for whatever regions you select, with no chart fees in American waters. About $5 for everything. If you run the ditch, the gulf, or the rivers, buy Aqua Map at $49.99 once and add Master at $24.99 a year specifically for the Army Corps surveys. That is the best money in this entire video. If you cross into foreign waters, savvy Navy at $99 a year, because Section 105 stops at our border. The UK Hydrographic Office, Francis Sham, and the Canadian Hydrographic Service all assert Crown copyright and charge for it. That is why global coverage costs money and ours does not. And if you fish inland lakes, NOAA does not chart most of them. That data lives with your state DNR, the Army Corps, and the USGS. Massachusetts publishes lake bathymetry at 1 to 10,000 scale. Connecticut and Michigan publish theirs. Michigan covering over 2,000 lakes, free and scattered. That is the one place a paid lake product honestly earns its price. Then hardware. If your tablet has no GPS receiver, add an external puck. For real boat data on screen, you need an NMEA 2000 Wi-Fi gateway, and the Yacht Devices unit runs about $249. Digital Yacht's NavLink 2 does the same job, and a Vesper AIS transponder has Wi-Fi built in. Which gateways and transducers actually cross-fit which units is a rabbit hole all its own, and it is mapped out in the Electronic Survival Guide. Then your backup. Print a current chart for free with NOAA custom chart, and put it in a dry bag. One screen is not a navigation system. Add it up. $5 replaces the app on your tablet. $55 builds the best intracoastal setup in the country. $249 puts depth, wind, and AIS on the same screen as your chart. Nothing on that list renews. Next time that renewal email lands, you are not going to see a bill for charts. You are going to see an invoice for delivery on a map you already bought once, in April, on a tax form. You never overpaid because you were careless. You overpaid because nobody at that counter had a single reason to mention that the source data was free, and every reason in the world not to. Nobody pays this channel to point at a brand. That is why the bilge files can name the units, the guides, and the shops by name. $47 one time at hullhonest.com, or the next 300 you hand over for something you already own. YouTube thinks you will like this video, so click it. And if you made it all the way to the end, subscribe, because you clearly read the fine print, and that is the entire job here.